So I'm here in the Allianz Arena ahead of tomorrow night's, well, Thursday night's, depending on when you're watching this, Champions League clash between Arsenal women and Juventus at the Allianz Stadium in Turin. Arsenal have had a good start to their Champions League group. Obviously, they had on match day one that brilliant 5-1 win away at Lyon. Then followed that up with a win at home to Zurich at Emirates Stadium, which they would have expected a lot more than a 5-1 win at Lyon. And to compound that, to compound Arsenal's good position, Juve and Lyon drew on match day 2, taking points off of one another. So if Arsenal win here on Thursday evening, they're in a really good position, certainly to go through and definitely put themselves in the driving seat to win the group. I think overall this is a double header against Juventus, who will come to Emirates Stadium in 2 weeks' time. If Arsenal can take 4 points out of those 2 games, I think they're looking really good to qualify. If they take 6 points, then basically they'll top the group. But one game at a time. So Thursday night here at the Allianz, Arsenal play Juventus. Just spoken to Joe Montemurro, first of all, obviously Arsenal's former manager, who now manages Juventus, and he had some really nice words for Beth Mead, who's obviously unfortunately torn her ACL and will be out for several months.
Well, first, it's nice to see you again, Tim. Great to
Likewise.
Have you. Look, it's a really emotional one for me because to see how Beth has gone on in these in the couple of years that I've been away has been absolutely deserved, and it couldn't have happened to a better person. She's really gone to the levels which I always thought she was going to be at. These injuries, and I've been unfortunately I've been part of a few of them in my career. We had a few at Arsenal, and we had one with Cecilia Salvay last year, one of our main players. They're always sad. They're always situations where, unfortunately they are a little bit of a hazard of the game. I know Beth will come back stronger. I know Beth will be chomping at the bit to get back and work hard, and I can only wish her all the best, because she deserves it as a person and as a friend, because we sort of grew together. We came at the same time, and we had 4 fabulous years together. So I can only wish her all the best, and I'm sure that she'll come back stronger.
Also spoke to Katie McCabe.
Yeah, obviously it's devastating for her. Coming off the pitch with an injury like that, it's she's been so important for us over the last few years, and even the high she was on at the minute, in terms of her sort of personal achievements, having such a good Euros and a great start to the season for us as a team. She's going to be a massive loss, but we've got a fantastic medical team around the club, and they'll be doing their utmost to try to get her back. Massive loss and devastated for her, but she's got great support in her team, and we'll be rallying around her for sure.
My second question, there we go. Probably on a slightly more kind of positive note. I know we've spoken before about Joe Montemurro and what he did for your career at Arsenal, particularly at a time when you felt that your time at the club was over. Obviously coming face to face with the Joe team tomorrow night. I don't know whether you've had the chance to speak to him yet, but just how nice will it be to see Joe again, basically?
Yeah, no, of course. I've not seen him since he left the club. That was a few years ago. It's no secret that I've got the utmost respect for Joe, and kind of how he helped me grow as a player, and kept me within the Arsenal setup when I came back from London and Glasgow. I know how he loves to play football, and he's so passionate about it, and for sure, and having looked at Juventus and some of the results over the last few years within European football, and how good they've been, it's no secret that Joe's really has got his identity within the team. It's going to be a really difficult game tomorrow night, I'm looking forward to seeing him. I've not seen him in a while, as I said, but yeah. He's a big part of my career, and he'll be in the other dugout tomorrow night, I suppose.
and Jonas Eidevall. Really interesting tidbit. I asked Jonas about whether the team would need to slightly restructure or slightly tweak now that both Kim Little and Beth Mead are out, as well as Leah Williamson and Hafayeli, and he said that he felt he made a mistake in the build-up to the Manchester United game because he felt like he was taking for granted some of the principles, some of the foundations that Arsenal have really built over the last few weeks. But obviously a lot of the players are different now because of injuries, particularly in the spine of the team. He didn't mention the name of Kim Little, but I really think that that's what he was getting at. He said sometimes when you change some players, you're changing the whole team, and I can't take for granted that we can do things that we did 3 weeks ago. And he spoke about the need to kind of go back to basics a little bit, to reassert some of those principles of play. But he said, we'll put that right now. So he felt like the Manchester United game was a little bit of an aberration on his part, playing, I guess, as if he had the players that he usually has available. Because as much as Juventus aren't having a fantastic season by their own standards, they've got some really, really strong players, and obviously Arsenal are very depleted injury-wise. I do think a draw here on Thursday evening would be a good result. Like I said, taking 4 points from these two games against Juve, I think would absolutely assure their path into the quarter-finals. But for those of you who want to watch, and you should, the match kicks off at 8 p.m. on Thursday evening UK time. The game is live on DAZN's YouTube channel. It is completely not geo-blocked. It is completely free of charge. You do not need any subscription. Just go onto DAZN's YouTube channel and you'll be able to stream the game in a number of languages, actually completely free of charge. So until then, come on you Gunners.